Hey guys, welcome back to Tank Garage. My name is Frank and I'll be the man behind the camera. In today's video, we are starting the carbon fiber interior on the S80 V8. Before the video starts, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any uploads from Tank Garage. Alright guys, so we got a pretty packed video for you guys today. We are going to be starting with the sanding, the preparation, and the layering of our carbon fiber interior for the S80 V8. So I forgot to film this for you guys, but I completely stripped the interior of the S80 V8. So all of the wood trim that was inside of the car, so all of these panels are now out of the car. The only panel that I didn't remove was the big center wood trim around the air vents on the passenger side and a little bit on the driver's side. Reason being is that I actually need to remove the air vents to do that, and it's still kind of cold here in Quebec, so I'm gonna try to do it once the weather gets a little bit hotter and I don't need to use the heating. Alright guys, so now I'm going to prepare the work area. So I brought myself some gloves, some cups, so that I could hold everything together. I also purchased myself a Dremel. This will be very, very useful in the processing of cutting, sanding, and all of those little bits that are going to be pretty hard. So I think the hardest part is going to be the very, very small trim right here. Other than that, these big parts are going to be pretty easy, because now it's time to announce to you guys what we are going theme-wise as far as the S80 V8 build goes. So the exterior of the S80 V8 as of now is going to be made of plain weave carbon. So I'm going to throw a couple of images on screen, should be around here, of what a plain weave carbon fabric looks like. The interior though of the S80 V8 is going to be a completely different look. We have opted to go with chopped carbon fiber, aka forged carbon fiber. So you guys seen this probably on many Lamborghinis, Ferraris, some very, very big luxurious cars like McLaren and things like that. Those are the parts that they use. So we are not making the piece out of carbon fiber, just to make it clear for you guys. We are skinning them. So it is going to be a look on top of it, right? So not the full piece is going to be made, because 3D scanning all of this and remaking every single bracket so that it fits properly and all of them would be way too much time consuming. And this is not a supercar, and we're not going for a track build to get something super, super light. It is mostly aesthetically, but I can promise you guys the final look is going to be absolutely amazing. All right, so I've got some work to do. I got to cover these tables that I bought full of plastic bags to make sure that I don't dirty them. And then I got to get to cleaning, sanding. So it is a crystal clear resin. So the final finish is going to be completely gloss. It is not a matte carbon finish that we're going for as far as the interior goes. Once that is done, we're going to get to layering, sanding, preparing, applying the resin, and finally we're going to let it sit and come back to a different day to finalize everything. All right, so step number 2, guys, I'm going to lay out all of my parts onto the table like this. I'm going to get ready to sand, clean everything first of all. So what I did is I grabbed some isopropyl alcohol. This is 50 and 70%. I have both of them just in case. I'm just gonna zoom out a little bit for you guys so you can see a little bit better everything that I'm doing. So first step, I'm gonna grab my gloves, make sure that my hands are covered before I start working. I laid a garbage bag on top of the table. So I'm gonna grab the isopropyl alcohol, I'm gonna grab a Scott towel and wipe everything clean, and then I'm gonna get to sanding. All right, I went to grab my Scott towels and let's get to work. So first of all, you're gonna spray the whole parts with your alcohol. I use isopropyl alcohol because it has a very, very fast drying capabilities, and if ever I get it on any type of electrical parts, not the case in this scenario because there's nothing. This is basically just plastic and metal clips and rubber, but I'm laying it on there, making sure that there is no more dust slash dirt, because once I start sanding everything, all of the dust and the dirt is gonna stick to it and it's gonna get in the grooves, and you don't want a dirty part when you're sanding and you're prepping for the carbon, because if it is dirty, you won't be able to have as good as a bond with the resin. So you want to wipe all of this clean. Make sure you get the edges as well, because we will be wrapping it all the way around the edges. Just like that. All right, sanding block is ready. I grabbed the Corsair 100 grit sandpaper. Let me just grab it out of bag for you guys. So 100 grit sandpaper. This is to mark everything, make sure I put everything back down to pretty much the metal underneath, because these are kind of made of aluminum, as I could see from the bottom. So I'm gonna start with the smallest piece right here, and we're gonna work our way up. Alright, I grabbed the mask, guys. Welcome back. So I'm gonna keep sanding. Sorry guys, so today's video, like I mentioned, is gonna be more of a step-by-step. So this might be a very, very long video to watch. So if you guys just wanna see the step-by-step, you can just skip over to the next one. So now what we're doing is we're sanding everything. So let's get this going. Alright guys, so all of the parts are now nice and sanded. There's still a little bit of dust that I have to wipe out from all of them. I literally just passed them all with some alcohol right here. So now I'm gonna finish up washing them, make sure that they're nice and clean. Alright guys, so everything is now sanded. I'm gonna get my mix of resin ready. I'm gonna cover everything with resin. There's still a couple of parts that are not here that are drying. So I'm gonna do this in 2 steps. I'm gonna start with these parts, and then I'm gonna do the other parts that are still drying. So I'm gonna get to doing that. I'm not gonna film too much of that, guys, because there is a lot of like finicking and layering the carbon everywhere on top. I got all of my carbon ready. Put it inside these buckets like this, so it's easy for me to grab and to layer out. I'll see you guys right after. Alrighty guys, all of the forged carbon fiber, aka chopped carbon, is now laid onto the part, and it's time to show you guys the final result. Enjoy. Alrighty guys, this is gonna be it for today's video. Just so you guys know, this is not the final look. Of course, it's the final result for today's video. This is just the first coat, guys, so it's only to soak everything in. And then there's gonna be probably a second, a third, and maybe a fourth coat to make everything nice and shiny. It's gonna be a perfectly glowy finish, so it's not gonna be a matte finish, it's gonna be all like paint, and then we're gonna clear coat everything, of course, to protect it for the sun and the UV. But this is getting super exciting, guys. This is officially the first Volvo S80 in the world, from what I know, from what we've seen on the internet, that is going to have a forged carbon fiber interior. Hopefully you guys have been enjoying the S80 V8 series so far. More content on the S60R and the V70R coming very soon. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any uploads from Tank Garage. See ya, boys.